ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So, I wasn't going to be filming 2 videos tonight because I've not long, well, a couple of hours ago, I did a walkthrough of Levi's Brother to Brother Oracle, and I received this at exactly the same time, but I thought, well, it can wait a couple of days because I don't want to spend the whole of my evening doing videos, and it's very warm, as I've already mentioned. And then I remembered I'm out tomorrow night and I'm out Thursday night, and I can't wait. I've just watched Sandra over at the Whispering Well do a walkthrough of some booster packs that come with this deck, and I was like, do you know what? Even if it means staying up a little bit later tonight, I will. I'm just going to have to dive in. So, a little bit of a story. I haven't backed this deck. I haven't bought this deck. This is a deck that I got in a trade. It's the Alleyman Tarot. And I'm just trying to think how best to open this up. Probably just take everything out, I think. I didn't even know about it. Sometimes you... Kickstarter decks or new decks, they pass me by. I think that's just padding. Oh, there's a little stick of incense there. It's always helpful. And here's the book. Yeah, sometimes they just pass you by. And I must admit, after 2020 and spending quite a bit on Kickstarter, I did say to myself that I was going to give Kickstarter a wide berth. And usually, if you hear of a particular deck that everybody's talking about and it's on Kickstarter, I go and have a look. And sometimes I back it, like the Moonbaby Tarot, which I've the 2nd edition I've backed at the moment. But other times I can resist. I'm a lot better now than I used to be for that. But this deck started appearing on people's channels, and I was really intrigued. And then I started thinking, oh, I wish I'd backed it. You know how you do. And then I go through the kind of, oh, well, it wasn't meant to be. But sometimes, every so often, a deck will kind of burrow its way under your skin, and you end up watching lots and lots of walkthroughs, hearing lots of different takes on the deck from various YouTubers. And I knew Sandra had backed it. She waited quite a bit of time to get it to the UK, because I think there was some issues with dispatching to the UK. And I was itching to see her review. Anyway, even before Sandra did her review, I decided that this was a deck. And I do believe there's some more going to be made available now the Kickstarter campaign has been fulfilled. But I decided that I wanted it, so I put a deck into Tarot Traders EU, I think it's called, just 2 days ago on Sunday, and it was Maline's Tabula Mundi, which I've had for a couple of years, and as much as that deck is stunningly beautiful, and I mean it's really, really beautiful, it's Toth, and I don't read Toth, and I don't think I'll ever use it. So I decided that I would be very specific and just pop it into Tarot Traders EU and say, this is a deck that I've got, and I'm looking for the Alleyman Tarot. You know, it might not have paid off because this is a new deck this year, and therefore people probably love it. But within an hour, I had 2 offers. And one of the people, the lovely Tanya, sent me some photographs. She's in the UK, and we agreed to do the trade. And we both posted our parcels yesterday, first class sign for, and mine has arrived today. So luckily, my neighbour, because of the heat wave over here, the sorting office is closed. And my neighbour took it in for me, which was great. I'm just going to have some water, because it's still, even though it's, you know, late at night, 9 o'clock at night, it is still in the 90s of the temperature. So I've got some mango flavoured water, which this really is a thirst quencher. It's beautiful. So, I'm not quite sure what this is as an add-on. I'm not sure if it's a little, well, we'll see. We'll see what it is. Oh, wow, it's a crystal. So I'm assuming that Tanya has just popped this in as a little extra along with the incense stick, but that is beautiful. I'm not quite sure what crystal that is. But if you're watching and you know what crystal this is, then let me know in the comments. Or Tanya, if you happen to watch this video, it is gorgeous. I love the depth, the colour. It's very earthy vibe, but there's loads of depth. Really, really beautiful. So that's gonna stand up on my desk. So thank you for that. That was really kind of you to put something extra in. Looks like we get a spread cloth, which is interesting. I'm trying to do it so that you don't, it doesn't go on the flames. So it's like a satiny feel. I wish I could show it you all in its entirety. But it says your own way. Oh, make your own way. So it starts here with make your own way. It's nice. It's quite stretchy actually, quite a stretchy cloth. It's white on the other side, but that's nice. It's a nice cloth. So that must be something that came with the Kickstarter. So, and then let's just take everything out. We'll look at the book and the deck. I've been itching to get into this, and it was sitting on the side, and I was like, do I really want to wait a few days, or shall we just do it? I love the kind of aesthetic. Let's pop that up there. I love the aesthetic of this. It really gives you a sense of something that's been reused, repurposed, hobbled together. You can see underneath here, there would be like a bit like a pucker notepad, but the creators made it his own by doing a makeshift sticker with little cutout letters. We used to do these when I was a kid, you know, cut letters out newspapers and send people notes. Nothing sinister like you see in the films, but just making little notes out of cutouts and things. And that's stuck over the top here. This is done exactly the same thing. So it's a matchbox. And I love this because you've got the strikes that have happened here. And then these little sulfur bits that have dropped off on the little sulfur dots. So yeah, this is like a matchbox. It'd be a big matchbox, but 1,000 matches. So, and again, to keep the deck in, is refashioned, and this is all part of the aesthetic, all part of the illusion, but refashioned this matchbox by putting a sticker on here, and it actually feels like a sticker. I don't know if you can see, I mean, it's part of the print design, but if you look here, this is shiny. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. It's shiny on top of matte. So you do get this sense of where they've got the matches underneath, a proud American company. This sticker has been popped on top, and it's Alley Strikers. So Alleyman Tarot, but Alley Strikers, long stick matches, 1,000, the striker on that side. And then here's the publisher, which is Publishing Goblin, made in China. So, yeah, it opens like this. Oh, there's a little coin inside, a couple of coins. Really easy to open, slides out nicely. But I want to have a look at the book first. I might just bring the camera down a little bit now so you get a closer look. Okay, so we have the Alleyman's Tarot. Bound in this volume is a copy of the Alleyman's own thoughts on his deck and the cards included. Tried to trim it to just what you needed. Good luck with this deck. It's a big one, but hopefully with his words, that'll be enough. And yeah, again, it is just a notepad, like a Pucker notepad that has been refashioned. But the art style is consistent all the way through with the deck and the book. So as you can see here, again, using the sticker, I've been collecting this for this shit for years. And the concept behind this deck is that it is a makeshift tarot deck using a different card from each deck. And I've got to say, as somebody who has over 700 tarot decks, there are more cards in this deck that I can't place than cards that I can. So it just goes to show how many tarot decks there are out there. So it says, I've been collecting this shit for years. Pick a pack here, like baseball cards. Used to have baseball cards in here. Some Pokemons. If you find this, you have my personal guide to my deck, which I assume you also have. Well, have at it. I get new ones every week. This is just what I have this month. If you find, oh, it sounds like somebody like me, this is what I've got at the moment, but it's ever changing. If you find me in the alley, you can take whatever cards from me you can get away with. I just replace them all the time. That's how I ended up with all the duplicates. Use this deck to tell the truth. That's my only rule. And as you can see, we've also got things like little post-it notes that are stuck on top. So it's actually covering some of the text here. So it's very deliberate, but I like how it is constructed. So he just doodled on these pages. Again, it's overlapping, so you're missing half of the words. But you've got all your cards here, and it puts it in, this is the order. So you can see as we go through, you've got your Fool, Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, and then you get, because there's quite a lot of options for some of the cards, so you get Hierophant, Arrow, Hierophant, Jerk, Lover's Chariot, Strength, Hermit, Wheel, Justice, Hangman. You've got Death, 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 Death. There's a lot of Death cards. Death Stagnant, Death Rebirth, Death Fire, Death Reaping, etc. The Death Motel. You get Temperance. You've got 2 Devil cards. Tower, House of God, the Horizon, Star, Moon, Sun, another Sun, Judgment, and the World. And then you've got your suits and your courts. And then you've got something called the Strange Suit, the other Arcana. So there's quite a lot of additional cards as well in this deck. Personally, I believe in giving the cards to the person being read. I know that's not economical or whatever, but it's how I've always done it. Do a reading, find the card that matters the most to them, give it to them so they remember. That's probably why I'm always picking up new cards wherever I see them. You don't have to, but I do. I do. So yeah, so the concept of the deck is that there's it's a mishmash of all different cards from all different decks. Now, I would imagine that some people, you know, might not jive with that. And the first time I saw it, I wasn't quite sure if I would either. But do you know what? I really like the concept. And I know we've had things like the Pulp of Tarot in the past. And we've even recently, one of my favourite decks, which is Pix's Whisper Tarot, where you've got different backs. I actually quite like that. I don't find it jarring or anything. So, yeah, I like the idea. But I also like the idea that you can switcheroo. You know, if there's certain cards that speak to you more, you can have a base deck, but then put in lots of different alternatives. So you get kind of a unique deck that's for you too. So as you can see here, we then go into the cards. So we've got the Fool. I love that it's a rubber duck. can I just say? Love that. And it tells you a little bit here with these little post-it note sections as well. So it says, this fall was made by Melissa Gall. Find Melissa Gall here. So he credits the artist, where it's from, and gives a, what do you call it? A URL. I couldn't think then. Sorry, the heat is really getting to me. And this is Rubber Ducky Tarot. Rubber Ducky Tarot, I need to look that up. And I know what's going to happen. I'm going to find cards in this deck that I'm like, I really like this card. And then I'm going to end up probably getting the deck as well, if it's still available. There might be some out of print ones here. So yeah, so again, you get your write-up here. And then if you do reverses, this is indecision or impatience. So it's really cool. But I like the fact that it tells you the origin of the card. This High Priestess card was made by Charlotte Simonson of Witching for the Gold Star Tarot. Fab. I'm really pleased about that. So it looks awesome. And I just love the style. I love the little doodles and things from Tarot Italien. The Omni Tarot. Yeah, so fabulous. All right, so let's begin and have a look. And I'm not gonna, it would take forever if I say, oh, this card is from, whoops, gosh, put too much stuff on my desk that needs sorting out. But let's put that there, and let's put that here, and we'll slide it out. Look at this. So really nice, sturdy box. We've got a couple of little, this is like a chip, isn't it? A casino chip. I've never actually seen a casino chip because I've never, let alone hold one, I've never been in a casino. Can you believe? So that's a casino chip. And then we've got this gorgeous little coin that's in this plastic wallet. If I can get it out. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. 17. So I've got a few coins now. I seem to be picking them up from different places, James R. Eads, and so I'll pop all them together. Pop them there and pop them on the shelf. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. And that's the inside of the box. Look at the thickness of this deck. So one of the things you'll notice, which I'm really pleased about, is all of the cards are of the same size, same thickness and everything like that. Oops, be careful how I do this. Which is perfect, because obviously if you're taking decks, if you're taking cards from multiple decks, they're going to be different sizes, but that would be quite jarring in a deck like this. So they have been obviously rescaled, but look at the thickness difference. This is a standard tarot deck, so you can see how many cards you get here and how many options, sorry about that, you're likely to get. Also notice that there are different edges, because some of them, oh, there's a lovely rainbow one there, some of them are gilded as well with like a metallic. Again, it's up to you how you construct your deck from all these cards. So I'm just going to pop the box away, have another sip of water, and we will begin. So here we have our full card, which, as we've already mentioned, is the rubber ducky. These are the backs. Look at that. I do need to look up Rubber Ducky Tarot. I don't know if anybody watching this has got it, but yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. The Magician is a really interesting card. Really interesting. Look at this. How cool is that? And that's the back on that one. The High Priestess, I really like this. Wow. That's the Gold Star Tarot that's from. Look at this Empress card. How cute is that? What deck's that from? The Neurotic Owl Tarot. The colours are lovely in this card. Really nice. This is the backs. The Emperor. This isn't really the art style card that I go for usually. I don't know if there'll be an alternative Emperor card. But, you know, if there is, great, I'll probably swap it out. But if not, then that's okay. How often do we buy decks where there's some cards we don't jive with? More traditional card here. This is from Minky Arte, isn't it? And I like the contrast of having modern cards with, you know, vintage cards. This is the Reveal. And I believe Artisan Tarot are doing Reveal next. They've done Dodal and Noble, etc. So this is from Reveal Tarot. These are the backs. Very kind of traditional style for a Marseille style deck. This Lovers card is so powerful. Look at this. So we can see this person here laying a flower over kind of this grave. And then you see this skeleton figure below the earth. It would also make a fabulous death card, but, you know, it's the Lovers. And that's the Phantasma Tarot, as it says on the back, Phantasma. This is the OK Tarot, the Chariot. I love that we just got the little horse here going that fast. It's off center, gone off the sides, playing back. It's interesting. I'm not familiar with the OK Tarot. However, I am familiar with this tarot because if I grab it here, whoops, I'm gonna knock everything flying. Sorry about my arm. I do have the 5 cent tarot, which this card is from. And that's the Strength card from the 5 cent tarot. So here we have our Hermit, and that's from Ariadne's Thread Tarot. We've got this red thread that comes through this quite coarse black and white image, but I really like it. I actually really like this image. Got astrological symbols. There's a lot happening within this card. So Ariadne's Thread Tarot. Here's another more kind of traditional card, which is the Besançon. Is that how you put in the Besançon? I wanted to say Besançon, but that's different. It's just suddenly gone dim. Not quite sure why. The light's just gone dim on that. Okay, it was because my phone needed to be plugged in. It was dying after doing 2 videos. Here we have the Justice card from the Bando Tarot. is the backs. Now, the Hanged Man. How interesting is this? Space Bubble Cat. Love this as well. I mean, we've got, after the Hanged Man, we've got a number of death cards to choose from. But I've seen one that I just know I'm going to love, really. Yeah, so there's this one for the death card. Oops. That's interesting, isn't it? That's a powerful, powerful image. As is this one, but it's a little bit darker. This is actually from the creator. I love the backs. Can I just say that is a gorgeous back. We have quite a traditional one here. This is from the Metropolitan's Italian sheet. We have Death Motel. From Las Vegas. This is the one. I love this death card. This one actually appears in my Deck of the Bastard. So I just love it. So I think this one is the one that's going to stay in as a working deck anyway. The Charles VI Tarot. I mean, that's fantastic as well. There's so many to choose from. So just at this point as well, I don't find having all these different backs an issue at all. I really don't. I suppose the only thing I'm gonna have to be careful of is that I'm shuffling the right way up, because some of them do actually look like, oh my gosh, my telly has just turned on. 2 seconds. So the last time that happened was during a quarantine stream 2 years ago, and I was live, and all of a sudden my TV turned on. I have not had the TV on at all today or this evening, because I've done the walkthrough of the Brother to Brother Oracle. I've had my tea, spoke to my sister on the phone, and then watched Sandra's walkthrough of the bonus pack cards, and I've come here and my TV has just turned on. It must be the heat. It must be the heat. It's making weird things happen. Anyway, Piemontese Tarot death card. Again, there's just so many cool death cards. It is really going to be hard to choose. So we move on to Temperance now. This is from the Darlings Tarot. And we have the Devil. We have a couple of options for the Devil. I know instantly which one I prefer. I like this one. It's more traditional. I like the coloration of it. I really, really like it. In fact, I love the face here at the bottom. This is okay, but it's a little bit abstract. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But Lenny Magna. The card back was by Lenny Magna. Okay, and find Lenny on another card. So, but yes, this one in particular is going to be my choice. I picked up two together there. So we've got a tower and a tower. I like, oh, I love that back. Really like that back. I'm going to end up having a deck full of backs, I think. Perhaps that's what I'll do with the leftover cards rather than have them as an oracle. Just, I love the gold flash of lightning here. I think it is striking. Really, really nice. It's House of God, which appeared in lots of the old classic decks. So I think I'll keep that one in. We have the Horizon as well. So I'm not quite sure if that's an additional card. So in the book, he says, I can't replace the meaning here. Can't. Horizon, revelation comes with enlightenment, not disaster. The fear you held in the night seems insignificantly in the day. Your problems are clear by long shadows. So I wonder if it's an alternative star card. This star card I adore. Again, I think I just like bling. I think I like a bit of bling. And this is one that has, oh, interesting back. It has a, I don't know if it will show, yes it will. It's got like a purple gilding to it as well, but that's really nice. So what deck's that from? It says this was done by J Star Designs, and it just says contact her. So it doesn't mention the deck. We have the moon. And that's a Fox's Wedding Tarot. There's so many decks I've not heard of. Again, cool backs. Now this is the sigil for the sun, which is quite cool. I like it's got the number 19. But yeah, it's cool. I just don't know if well, I would remember because of the number 19, but this is the Alpaca Tarot. How cute is that? And then we have Judgment, which is quite cool. And then we have the World card. And this is the Jeu di Minchiati di Fantasi. But it's pretty cool. Okay, so that's our majors with lots of extras in there. This still looks really thick. I'm wondering, oh, there's loads at the bottom. Yeah, so these are the add-ons as well that have been opened up. So we now go into our cups. That's very interesting, quite simple. Oh, I recognise that back. I really recognise that back. Is it, gosh, I've got the deck and I can't think what it's called. It's this one, I think. Oop, Mirandai. Yes, it is. It's from Tarot Mirandai, which I love. Isn't it funny that I didn't recognise it from the Ace of Cups, but I recognised it from its back? Oh dear. Okay, so we have the Black Ritual Tarot for the Two of Cups. This is interesting, Three of Cups. Anna Boz for the Anya Boz deck. I'm loving some of these backs. Look at that. We have Four of Cups. Oops. This is the Arcana League Tarot, which is interesting, isn't it? I like the black and white design, actually. I like the expression on the face. Quite a few black and white cards. That's nice and simple. And interesting that we've got 3 cups pouring out water and the 2 upright are showing fire. That's really cool. I like that a lot. This is quite unusual. This is the Yokai Yochi Tarot. I don't quite know what's going on there, but that's interesting. Now, this is quite a well-known deck. This is from the Itea, the Grand Itea, or Tarot Egyptian. Yeah. Eight of Cups. I'm Dreaming in Colour. I like the fact that we get a mixture of scenic and pips as well. This is the balloon. How do you say it? Bologna. This is cool. I love this Ten of Cups. I like that we've got almost like a fabric, it's the rainbow flag, but it's in like, it's textured like it's a tablecloth, and then you've got all these rings from different cups that have been placed there. And that's by Enrica Prazzoli. And then we go to our valet. And this is from the Noble Tarot. I like that it's an old Noble. The coloration is coming outside of the lines. Oh, look at that. Because this is, like I said, a tablecloth, we get a gingham background, gingham tablecloth background. That is really cool. I'd love to see the full deck of that. So, Noble. Here we have the Knight of Cups. This is from the Gold Layer Tarot. And then we have our Queen of Cups. And our King of Cups, which is from a traditional Tarot de Marseille. This is such a cool deck. It's everything I wanted it to be. I think the book is going to be really helpful as well. This is the Tarot deck. Our Ace of Wands. So we're into the Wands now. This is the playing card deck. Two of Wands. Which is interesting. Love the backs. Oops. Got dropsies today. Let's have some water. Need to keep hydrated. And then we have our Three of Wands. Now that's familiar looking Three of Wands. I really like the image. Oh, it's the Orion's Tarot. That's why it's familiar. I don't have Orion's Tarot, but I have seen many a walkthrough. This is from the Tarot of Perpetual Time, a deck that really intrigues me. Really intrigues me. Look at the backs on that. The Five of Wands from Tarot Italien. The Omni Tarot. Six of Wands. Oh wow, look at that. It's a powerful image. That's from the Court of Weimar Tarot. And then we have Giacomo di Carte for the Eight of Wands. Oh, how cute. That's the ghost. What is it? The, oh, I forgot what it's called. It doesn't say in the book. This Nine of Wands was made by Onion. Find Onion here, but it doesn't name the deck. I kind of wish that the book would. I think it might just be called the Ghost Tarot or something like that. Or Little Ghost Tarot or Ten of Wands. the Transient Light deck. I do have that deck. I've only had it about a year. I bought both of the decks, and I really, really like it. So it's cool as well that obviously the original artists are all giving their consent to this, but yeah, it's really, really cool. And it's not, you know, it's not the first time we've seen different artists collaborate to create a deck, you know. There's 78 Tarot been doing that for a number of years. Here we have the Jean Dodal, which is one of my favourite Marseille decks. Oh no, isn't it, I mean, isn't it amazing that that's been given like a little pink makeover? How we go from something so medieval to something so ultra modern. That's the Incromancy deck. Here we have the King of Wands for the Floral Tarot. Nice backs. Okay, so that takes us to the Suit of Swords. Again, we've got one here that has, it's got the blue, like electric blue edging here, and these gorgeous blue metallic accents on the card, even on the lettering here at the bottom. That's an interesting, the guillotine for the Two of Swords. We have our Three of Swords here. We get a very modern kind of style of the pierced heart, but there's also eyes, it's a face. That's really interesting. And that's for the Gourd Mother Tarot. You know, and perhaps I need to read the book in more detail. Maybe not every card is from a deck, because what's happening in the book, it's listing made by and for the such and such tarot, and then cards like this just says this Four of Swords was made by Lenny Magna. Find Lenny here. So it might just be that people have created artwork for the deck, for this deck, and it doesn't actually belong in another deck. I don't know, I'm just surmising as to why it could be that not every deck is listed. Five of Swords. Love that. I think this is just called the Alien Tarot. Six of Swords. Look like they're Gort. What was it? Was it the day the Earth stood still? And there was that huge giant figure called Gort. It reminds me of lots of them. That's an interesting Six of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Lots of white space, but that's quite nice to have in this deck. Something a little bit different. It's by Tim Hutchins. Our Eight of Swords. Wow, look at that for a Nine of Swords. How powerful is that image? And the Ten of Swords. Here we have the Page of Swords. This is from the Pulpit Tarot because I recognise the back. Yeah, definitely Pulp Tarot. I'll know that back anywhere. This is from the original, the Visconti Sforza. Interested in seeing it cut like this. But that's our Knight of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Swords here, which is from the Puzzle Tarot. And another Minchiate here for the King of Swords. The Minchiate with Italian. I know what deck that is because it's one I have, which is here, which is by Fournier. I think it's of the 3 systems or something to do with 3, but let's have a look. El Dios de los Tres. But I can't remember what that, but it's like 3 different cultures, 3 different beliefs. Quite a cool deck, actually. And we have quite a traditional 2 of Pentacles here, Marseille style, Cereval Seisha Tarot. No idea where this one's from. This is our kind of the 1909, the original RWS. I'm glad that there is I mean, I would have been gutted if there wasn't one of Pixie's cards in the deck. This is from the Neon Tarot. That's like an interesting card. Oh, wow, there's back to jazzy. Oh, the 8-bit tarot. I think that's what it was called. Tiny Arcade Arcanum. I'm sure it used to be called the 8-bit tarot. The White Fly Tarot. Gorgeous card. Love that. And here we have, I'm not sure what that one is. Just says made by Emma Clinton. The Self-Love Tarot. That's instantly recognisable if you've got that deck. Now this one is from the Solar Busca. Oops. I've got the Solar Busca, but I've also got Solar Busca Revisited, which I really like. That's an interesting 10 of discs. Very modern. Here we have our Page of Pentacles. The Marigold Tarot. I do have a copy of the Marigold Tarot. My screen seems very dark. Not quite sure why. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Somnia Tarot. That is a deck that's on my wish list. I think I'm in and out with it all the while. It's at the bottom of my wish list, but yeah, sometimes I think I want it, other times I don't. So maybe I just need to sit with it a bit. Okay, so that was the King of Coins, and then we go into, well, actually these are called Ace of Hounds, 2 of Whips, 3 of Books. So have we done all 4 suits? We've done Pentacles, or Discs as it's called here. We've done Swords. We obviously did Cups. Yeah, and we did Wands. So this is an additional. So that basically is your traditional tarot. Obviously there's extra cards in there, particularly the death cards and things like that that you want to choose from. But look how many cards still remain. Gosh, more than than what we've used already, slightly. So we have this additional suit, which is the Ace of Hounds. Nice plain background, and that is from the Playing Cards and Tarot Museum website. Two of Whips. Again, this is from the Playing Cards and Tarot website. The Three of Books. We have the Four of, oh, I like that back. We have the Four of Keys. The Five of Mirrors. This is quite nice how you got that silver metallic. Oh, excuse me, it's so warm. We have the Six of Inking Balls. Again, from Playing Card and Tarot Museum. It looks like all of these are perhaps from there. Oh no, not necessarily. Oh yeah, this one is as well. This is the Seven of Bells. This one, again, is from Pulp of Tarot, because I recognise it. So a few cards are from the same deck. And then we have Nine of Clocks. And then the Ten of Eyes. Oh, I don't know what I think about that. That's from Outsider Tarot. And then we have the Builder. So these are obviously additional cards. You could use these as an oracle, or you could switch them around if you felt that they fitted quite nicely with a particular tarot archetype. The Masterless Knight, and that is from the Caretaker's Normal Tarot. That's interesting. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That's just called the Queen. And in here it's called the Queen of Bombs, because you can see all these bombs that are metallic around us. A Queen of Bombs. And then we have Father Sleep. That's cool, with the sun and the moon. I like that. This is an interesting one. Some of the metallic ones, this again has like this blue metallic edging. This is the Fountain. Speaks for itself, really. The White Black Candle for the Satanic Tarot. Oh, I see. The white black you can have that either way. It's fully reversible. White black candle. That's pretty cool. Oops, I'm dropping things everywhere. The Wild Hunt. It's colourful. I love the back. We have the Joker in the pack. I'll definitely keep that in. And this is from Arcadia Playing Cards. Oh, the Goetia Tarot. Goetia Deck of Kings. Giuseppe. Draw 3 cards from anywhere. If they do not bring you happiness, put them back where you found them and draw 3 more. You may repeat this as many times as you like. If any other players are looking or feeling left out, share some with them. Oh, that's a very dark image, isn't it? This is the dark sun. We have the black moon. See, for me, a lot of these, I think, I like the plain green back there. A lot of these will probably be like, I don't know, a deck on their own, I think. Once I've sorted out the tarot deck that I want with my favourite cards, I'll then have another deck with probably just as many cards as like an oracle. That is gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. This is the Boogeyman, and it's from the Misery Tarot. Cool backs too. But yeah, that's beautiful. This card is called Fear. Oh, I love it. Card 22. And it says, this fear was made by me. So this is actually the creator of the Alleyman Tarot who made that card. Then we have the Hole. Again, made by the creator. Ooh, we have the Hawk Moth. We'll move past that one, even though the backs. We have the Letter. And that is from the Enchanted Woods, Lenormand. We have Wound Man. Oh, he has got some wounds. He really has been through the woods. That's interesting. It says, the best I can find is that some online wizard named Casting Spells made this. Casting Spells. That's cool. But I can't find anything else. Not a website, not a store, not a blog, nothing. So it's made by Casting Spells anyway. Then we have the Comforter. That's a beautiful image. And it's for the Compendium of Witches. Which I have. The Lone and Level Sands. Oh, this very runic here. Dargaz was made by Era. I'm not going to even attempt, but it's Erd's Snowflake rune cards. So you've got the snowflake here and the rune. It looks like it's tapestry of some sort as well. Oh, it's got the name on the back, which would irk me if that was the whole deck. Love this one. This is called Misery. This is a Minchiate. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's a Temperance card. Is it? Yeah. No, it's not. It's Hope. Yeah, but how are you pronouncing that? Is it L'Espérance? Okay, but it's a beautiful card anyway. I like the colours. Weird ass mystical shit. I have this deck. The name of it's gone right out of my head. But I bought it off Arcane bullshit. That's it. It's just come to me. So it doesn't. Well, in the little post-it here, it says this was made by Evan Doherty. Find Evan Doherty here, and then it says arcanebullshit.com, but it doesn't say from the Arcane Bullshit deck, whereas quite a lot of the others do. But yeah, the Arcane Bullshit is a very interesting deck. We have the Tradition, made by the artist again. Frost. So apparently this is a dice. I made this for Publishing Goblin Oracle Dice. Oracle Deck. Oh, okay, so Oracle Dice, Oracle Deck. Interesting. Then we have Deconsecration for Tarot Restless. The Battle from the Strange and Eternal Tarot. Oops. Oh, I like the backs. That's the backs, but it's better if you see it that way. I'm holding it like that, but it's better landscape. We have Bone Fire. Night Owl. Again, we've got that purple metallic font. There's so many cards. So cool. The Undaunted. Then we have the Empty. Again, by the creator. It says, me again, trying to create a card that was in the deck that went missing. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I like the cloud formation on the back as well. Another one from the Granditator. And that's the Traitor. This one's from the British Museum. It's the Performer. The Thing Amongst Reflections. He said, found this amongst a stack of cards, though I don't recall it being there before. Look at this little demon in the background. So it's these mirrors, isn't it? It's like I've been in a hall of mirrors. But look what's being reflected. The Thing Amongst Reflections. That's a really interesting card. This is called the Final Tarot card. Again, by the creator. Me again, but I made it in a dream. Or I thought I did. Okay, now it looks like we get some additional cards here that we can use up. I'm just going through the rest of this book. It's got spreads. It's quite interesting, again, how it's written. But you'll see here, there's lots of different spreads and things that you can do. Lots of writing. We're only kind of like 2/3 of the way through the book. Oh, and I've just jumped all the way through these. And it's brought me to these additional ones. So even the additional cards are in here. This is really cool. So we have an additional star card, which is beautiful actually. But I did love that metallic star card. Which do I prefer? This is Tarot Panorama. Oh, I know this one. This is the Little Buddha Tarot. Yeah, I've got the Little Buddha Tarot. It was actually sent to me by the creator. So that's a beautiful one. That's our possible Magician. But the Magician card, gosh, look how many cards are in this. The Magician card was really interesting. But, I love this one. we have an extra justice card, as you can see here with the scales. Well, it actually says justice. I didn't just notice that. I thought it was part of the design. We have an alternative, Suplanaris Tarot, of course. 4 of discs. I mean, how can you not? 8 of discs. Over the garden wall tarot. Love it. That's got to go in there. It just has to. Here we have the Knight of Swords from the Good Dog Tarot. Look at those backs. And then we have the last round. These are the expansion packs. The 10 of Attention. Guess it's time to cancel you. 7 days ago, 2 weeks ago, so can't support you anymore. So this is about social media and cancel culture and everything like that. I'm not quite sure where that might fit, but it was from Today's Tech Tarot deck. Try saying that 3 times drunk. You are cancelled. Wow. Oh, this is a familiar card, but look how amazing that is. Not quite sure why it's number 14, but this is the Devil with Snakes for Dicks. The Devil with Snakes for Dicks. See, that would have been a cool devil card, but it would just annoy me that it's not 15. This is quite beautiful, quite dark. This is from Lady Tarot, the Lady Tarot deck. The Gloaming. That's interesting. Tarot of Names, that's from. So this is the Ace of Bando Neon. The Ace of Bando Neon was made by Diego Vainesman for the Tarot Tango. Not heard of the Tarot Tango? That's a beautiful strength card. Terra Volatile Tarot. I remember seeing a walkthrough of that deck. It is beautiful. I actually like that, so that might have to be my strength deck. Look at this Empress card. Oh, I love it. Really like this. The Arcana Mortis Tarot. Something about this image just really jumped out at me. What I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to compile my perfect 78 tarot cards. So right at the end, no talking or anything, I'll just show the 78 that's going to make it into my deck with some nice music. We have an alternative tower here, error 404. Gosh, I want to throw my laptop through the window when I get that. And that's from the Maker's Tarot. Love this moon card. It's from the Playful Heart, Kitten Chops' Playful Heart. This is probably the deck that's been on my wish list the longest. It's been on there for a couple of years. Yeah, Kitten Chops. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And this is the Alleyman, which I will put in because it's the Alleyman deck, so it'd be nice to have that as an extra card, like a happy squirrel or something. Oh, here we have the Joker of the pack. That's interesting, really interesting. We've got 3 stacks. It's like a 3 of Cups almost. But it's a 5 of wands. Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's only got one antler. And that's from the Tarot Babis. Or Bebis. We've got our Queen of Wands. We have the Albright. We have an alternative 10 of Cups. Tarot Goblinko. Oh, I like that death. There's too many death cards, by the way, to choose. I'm going to struggle with the death card. But it's cute. And that's from the Bunny Tarot. Oh, look at that for the Hanged Man. We have the Page of Curses from the Wizard's Tarot. An alternative Judgment card. Animated Tarot. Oh, look at that, the Undead. And that's for the Adventurer's Tarot. Little Monsters Tarot. A lot of people will be familiar with this one. This is an alternative Lovers card. Deals in the Dark. Oh, wow. So this one, the 9 of Games was licensed from the Jeu de Tarot Alleyman, ou Portrait de Francfort, adieu, Tatis. I probably said that completely wrong, but it's quite a famous, kind of like a playing card deck really, also used for divination though, but sorry about my nails. I don't know if it's the heat or whatever, but every time I touch something, it's sticking to things. Page of Cups. And then here we have the Machine, Time Machine. And that's from the 9 Archers, an adventurous twist on the tarot. Oh, look at that, the world. Now that's beautiful. I love how the rainbow colours are reflecting on here. We have Judgment, alternative Judgment here. And that's from the Literary Tarot. An alternative King of Swords. I wonder how many cards are here. There's got to be at least 150 cards, surely. A Wheel of Fortune here. It's going to be hard. It might take me longer to decide what's actually going to go in. King of Flint. Another Death. Another Death card. Another Fool card. And this is for Cyberpunk Tarot. Quite a well-known tarot deck. Keeper of Swords. The new Arcana. So that's the relic. What does that say? Summer mixtape. Oh, I used to love making mixtapes. We have an alternative 4 of Wands here. Rosalarian Tarot. And then the Sick of Swords. The Sick of Swords, S-I-C, as in how it appears in the original text, sick. Hand of the Hunter. from the Tall Oracle, Totems, Connections, Faith. Another High Priestess card, New Immortals Tarot. This one's quite interesting. That's really how this is coming out of the cigarette smoke here and making this kind of demon face. This is called the Smoking Death. Really interesting. Again, another death card to choose. Seven of Cups from the Pacific Northwest Tarot. Oh, look. Page of Wands. Weird Cat Tarot. This was from the Architect's Tarot. I have seen the Architect's Tarot. I didn't particularly like it, but I have seen a walkthrough of it. That's Five of Cups. And we're nearly there. We have a happy squirrel. We have to have a happy squirrel. We have a Queen of Ravens. We have the Ouroboros. Now these don't accredit any artists at all. So whether it's by the creator, but originally it said, yeah, I did this, but it doesn't credit anyone. The Storyteller. Queen of Strays. The Publishing Goblin, which is actually the publisher, Publishing Goblin. That's interesting. The Alley, because this is the Alleyman's Tarot. We have Lightning in a Bottle. These would make good oracle cards. And we have another Lightning in a Bottle as well. So two lightnings in a bottle. So, wow, what a mahoosive deck. So now I have the job of putting together a 78 tarot deck with my favorite cards, using all the different variants, and then whatever remains, although there'll be a lot of death cards in that, I'm gonna have to put the death cards separately, will be like an oracle deck. So if you want to see the 78 cards that I'm going to choose, stay tuned because it'll be coming up next.